Boots on the ground, put it down, get up, get up. I got something to tell you I don't think they want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. It's best-selling researcher Mickey D, a.k.a. the Baby Knockout Goat. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an exciting show for you today. Happy Juneteenth. It's June 19th, 2024 in America. It's a national holiday. It's National Independence Day. It's a federal holiday here. The stock market is closed. Some banks are closed, and all that's closed. We celebrate the ending of slavery in America. For you that are in other countries, we celebrate that and we commemorate that on June 19th of every year. We've been celebrating Juneteenth now for years and years and years, and it's just been a national holiday here the last year or so. Last couple of years or so. I think 2021 or so they signed it into law. But we've been celebrating Juneteenth the whole week. And yours truly attended an event, and I'll tell you about it here in a second, of which I highlighted Cannabis. And I gave those companies that will benefit from something that's getting ready to come up in cannabis. I've been telling you about this trade at the end of the year. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're also going to talk about uranium, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about baby knockouts, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of dinero to be made out there, and we're going to be able to make some of it. You know, once again, the scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author, I'm a researcher. I put it in black and white, so you have it for days, weeks, and months, and years to come. So without any further delay, I know you're with your family, you're having a good time, you're probably eating, barbecuing, chopping it up, having a wonderful time with your family. That's really, really great. I just had a meeting with the HOA for an hour. Oh, wow, that was something. But anyway, I'm going to go over some of the companies here. We're going to take a look at them on the charts. Once again, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Juneteenth. Without further ado, let's take a look. This is what I said about uranium last week.
Halting of the uranium squeeze-up is premature. It's premature. You saw we're coming down those 200-day moving averages, and we're.
That's what we said. We said these uranium stocks were going to bounce off their 200-day moving averages. Let's take a look. URNJ, Sprott Uranium Junior Miners. The miners right here. Here's the 200-day moving average. This purple right here. Looks like it is pretty good support, and we may be bouncing off of it. We'll see how the rest of the week goes with URNJ, with the Sprott Junior Uranium Miners. What about the Global X URA? It is holding up. There's the 200-day moving average. We haven't breached that. We have breached the 50-day moving average, which is the 48-day, which is the red here. We're doing very well. Looks like we're going to head back up. Sprott Uranium Miners, URNM, they're holding the 200-day also. So that 200-day is really, really solid support for uranium ETFs. Most of the stocks, like NextGen Energy, are holding that 200-day or right in that area. You can see NextGen is just right bumping up against the 200-day. We'll see in the next week or two if they can go up or if they go down past the 200-day. We'll see. One more before we take a look at Cannabis here. The Denison Mines, one of the all-time favorite baby knockouts, it is above its 200-day moving average, and it is trying to get up back above its 48-day moving average. So Denison is bullish. It'll always find its way. I've done a lot of videos on Denison. Said early on it has a date with $10 with double digits this cycle. We'll see how it goes. Did a Wall Street Cannabis update at a recent Juneteenth. I'll tell you what I talked about here in a second. Old cousin Dwayne, I hadn't seen for a while. He rolled up on me in my book booth. It's always good attending the conferences, doing the different events, different book events and all. This one was no different. It was fun. The Juneteenth is always fun. I spoke at the Juneteenth. I talked about cannabis. Now, I've been telling you we're going to have a great cannabis trade at the end of the year. a trade that may turn into an investment. Mickey D, why is this different from the other? You know, it's a little different. It's a little different. You know what? Plug your nose, ladies and gentlemen, and it all stinks. Washington stinks. But this is something I think they can get done. Total legalization, don't hold your breath. It's not going to happen, okay? I gave the most likely scenario according to my research and according to the accountants and the tax enrolled agents that I spoke with and I've spoken with over the last few years, and in particular, two at the event. Most likely scenario. We're in a quiet period right now. We're in a comment period where the public and some other people are making comments about the schedule change from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. You're not going to see a lot of information written and what have you until after July 22nd. Mark that date on your calendar. July 22nd is the end of the comment period. Now, there are people out there, congressmen and senators, what have you, that are opposed to this. So they're trying to get it extended long periods of time. You know how extension, when you get things extended out, they never get done. So this IRS tax provision now, it prohibits cannabis businesses from deducting most business expenses. Now, cannabis companies can't deduct rents and payroll and all that other stuff. You guys know utilities. Those things are not tax deductible. Under Schedule 3, they will be able to deduct that. Now, which companies are going to benefit most from that? You got to read your newsletter, because it's in the newsletter. We give 5 companies that will benefit the most from a Schedule 280E elimination. And if you don't get the newsletter, you can go to any video and just type in the information, the show notes there. It'll have where you can become a private student, or you can get the baby knockouts early. You know, we want to get this thing early because we're looking at possibly before the election, and is when this is going to go down. It's got to go down before the election. And it's just pure speculation, ladies and gentlemen. This is pure speculation. But once we finish July 22nd and that period is out, or any extension or anything else is going to occur, and the president can give a yay or a nay, well, it's got to go through a couple channels, but he'll be in position to give a yay or nay well before the election. So we'll see. But some companies will do exceptionally well in this period if 280E is eliminated. Some of them will save, millions and millions of dollars, and some of them will even get back payments. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep an eye on it, and that's what I disclosed in my Wall Street cannabis update here. Now, it's not stock advice or anything. Not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author and researcher. I put it in black and white so you have it for days, weeks, months, and years to come. You can go to Amazon.com. You can get all our cannabis books. We've got series of books in there. You can look at all that stuff because it's coming back around again. We were in this before even 2018 when Canada legalized. We made a lot of dinero with cannabis, and we anticipate doing it again. But there are companies right now that will benefit from 280E elimination. Not all these companies are going to benefit as much as these companies will, and they're in the newsletter. But I would like to show you a couple companies here, some of the OGs that we've made money with in the past, before I show you some Bitcoin stuff. Bitcoin currently has a 65,465 spot on it, 65K. Bitcoin has gone down a little. Look at Bitcoin, any correction in Bitcoin as an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Marathon Digital, Mara, as you can recall, this was one of the OGs from before the last happening. We picked this up maybe 5 years or so ago, under $1. And there's a video out there where I talk about all these stocks, the OGs that I'm going to show you here. Marathon, when it crossed over, Marathon gave us a 82 intraday spot in the after the last halving. This year, how high will it go? The next 18 months or so, if Bitcoin corrects and then comes back with a vengeance, we'll see. But right now, it's trading above its 200-day. It's over its 48-day, and Marathon is not quite on the loose, but it's trading sideways and doing well. Mara's sister, Riot Platforms, is not doing as well. It is trading below this all-important 200-day moving average up here. We'll see if it can get rolling. This stock did give us about a $75 midday price in the last bull run here. We did pick it up also when they cleared, the SEC cleared them. You guys remember the SEC cleared them, and we backed the truck up at 75, 80, 85 cents. And it went up to over $70 for us. That was a great trade, you guys. If you were in it, congratulations. We did very well. And if you don't have the ones that we have now, they're creeping up. They're in the newsletter right now. We're not playing these. Some of you are, some of you aren't. But these are the OGs. The new ones are going to do, I wouldn't say 5 times. They're going to do very well. These were all baby knockouts. Baby knockout Hive Digital Technologies. Remember Hive Blockchain Technologies? Remember Frank Holmes? I vouched for him early when this stock was under 8 cents. And he had a proxy fight with his board to get control of Hive Digital Technologies, which at the time was Hive Blockchain. We backed the truck up as soon as he got control, maybe 8-10 cents or so. We backed the truck up and it went up to like $6-7 for us. So it did very, very well. Right now, it's challenging its 200-day moving average. You can see if it goes over the 200-day, Hive may be there for the ride, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on it. I only do these things one time, so I shot ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. Cannabis. This is Canopy right here. I didn't show you any cannabis stock. Canopy, you can see it's well below the 200-day moving average here, trading well below the 200-day moving average. Canopy has been bombed out, but we did pick this stock up during the heyday at under $2, and it went to over $60 for us. That was then, this is now. When you look at Cannabis shorter term, we did have a little run here, but I don't have, it's trading short term, it's trading over its 200-day moving average. I just don't have a lot of faith in Canopy, to tell you the truth. OG Cannabis, Aurora Cannabis also. I'm just not feeling Aurora, even though it's trading right now over its 200-day. I'm just not really feeling Aurora. I do feel the new stocks that we have in the Baby Knockout newsletter. Just a point of information on cannabis. El Plantillo, Benzinga contributor, Mexico's first female president supports cannabis. Now this Claudia Sheinbaum, she supports cannabis. I've heard her say some glowing things about cannabis, and I've heard her say some things about mining also. So she's in favor of clean energy. You're going to need a lot of silver, all that. She's two of our areas. The new president of Mexico is very supportive. Will Ms. Sheinbaum's support of cannabis revive our Mexico cannabis trade? I don't know. Another barometer here, ladies and gentlemen, is at the Juneteenth, I did sell out of cannabis books. So for what it's worth, you guys know through the years, I've told you, if this book is hot, if these kind of books are hot, then maybe something is in the works. I don't know. Maybe it was my talk about 280E being eliminated, or maybe it was just the fact that people think something's going to happen with cannabis. But the books did sell out, and they're doing well. You go to Amazon.com, you can get the audiobook, paperback book, or the ebook, and just go under Mickey D E and type in cannabis or marijuana or something, and you can see all those different books. But there's a lot of different ideas out there. We talked I talked to quite a few people. Cannabis is hot. Bitcoin is hot right now. Also, a lot of people wanted to know a lot. And the Bitcoin book, the little Bitcoin book right here, no more copies of that. I got to go to Amazon to get copies. But anyway, that's kind of what's hot. But you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the Juneteenth week. Today's Juneteenth. But you enjoy yourself. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Once again, like, share, and subscribe here. Scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. Not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. Just an author, researcher, publisher. I put it in black and white for you, ladies and gentlemen. The Baby Knockout newsletter is available if you want to get a copy of that and get these baby knockouts early. The only way that I have consistently beaten Wall Street since the dot-coms was to get in early on these trends. You have to get in super early on these mega trends, because once everybody's talking about them and everything, it's a little late. Like right now, cannabis stocks are on their back right now. Nobody cares about cannabis. Some people lost out because they were late before. Now they're on their back. And with 280E, that will rejuvenate the industry, I believe, if it passes. Yeah, high tide is going to lift all boats, but there's a few companies that they're going to be lifted higher than others. Love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Once again, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the Juneteenth.